vulnerability can be a strength. We always think that you have to always be in charge. Sometimes just reaching out, and this comes straight from Women Inspiring Network again, pay it forward. I reached out to my friend Arpana when I was writing Ambush. She put me in touch with you. You gave me feedback on Ambush. It's just, don't hold back from asking, because there's a world of supportive people out there who will help you. So we always think, oh my God, will they judge me? Will they think I'm 40 and I'm starting a new career? What are they going to think about me? Don't think that. Go ahead and ask. And the friends you make, honor them. And when you can pay it back, pay it forward, pay it back, pay it forward. It's going to be, such a lovely world if we think of it in those terms, rather than let's just get super good and, ourselves and everyone else can clap.
Then I would advise that you take a job within the same kind of field, perhaps as a journalist or work for a magazine. So you're still you're still doing writing, which makes you happy, but you're also earning a living out of it. And then I would advise that don't complain that I have no time for my own writing, because it's really a matter of discipline. It really is. So if you feel you don't have time for your personal writing because your work day is very long, then any great enterprise demands a sacrifice. So then you'll have to wake up earlier. You can't party too late in the night. You have to go to bed, wake up early, write, do your personal writing, then go to work. So it sounds so boring, but really I think discipline and a routine and sticking to something, trusting in the process, doing it day after day after day, and not letting your baser instincts like laziness and sloth take over. It seems like a very boring recipe for a good life, but I would recommend that you try it. Give it your very best shot.
I think you have to be strong. I think essentially that's it. You have to be strong and true to yourself. And often you don't know what that being true to yourself is, because finding yourself is also part of the journey. It's part of the art and the craft of being a human being in today's world. So I think you have to be strong, you have to be empathetic, and you have to really believe in yourself. Self-doubt strengthens one, it creates complexity, it makes you think about things, it makes you investigate. But then you also have to believe in yourself and be strong to that. And it's not easy. You just keep doing it, and that's the way to do it.
You can earn a living from writing, because if you don't think of it as making money just from your books, if you're writing other stuff, if you're doing corporate writing, if you're doing advertising writing, if you're doing screens and screenplays, scripting, that's where you can make your money. But writing is a passion, and it should be a profession. It should be a profession you can survive on, but unfortunately that is not the case. We recently had a very telling Twitter thread where very famous and awarded writers like Meena Kandaswamy spoke about the kind of advances they got, and it was appalling because these are not levels to live on. So writing is not a very high-paying profession, despite all the glamour that it may seem on the outside. I would say write on the side until you are making enough from your royalties to quit your job.
For everybody watching us, there's a simple way to build up emotional strength. Especially right now in COVID times, everyone wants to build up their emotional strength. Like it or not, all of us have got impacted in ways major or very small. So a simple way to build up emotional strength is feel all your feelings. Because emotions and feelings are just signals. They are not good or bad. If it's not feeling good, you need to understand what is really happening. Once you are aware, we human beings are actually wired to problem solving. If we push it aside, or we are like an ostrich, where we are just pretending that problems don't exist, we'll never get out of it. But if we are ready to see the emotion, I'm feeling angry. What is it that's making me angry? Is there a threat factor? Is there a fear? then I'm smart enough to deal with it. So my tip is to build emotional strength, feel all your feelings instead of branding them.
Within realistic boundaries, and maybe slightly outside of them, I think you should try and do everything that you wish to do, that you desire, you dream of doing, and fulfill all your obligations, of course, to those people around you, as best you possibly can. That's all we can do.
Be very clear why you're writing a book. Don't write it for the money. If you believe that it will enhance, if you're writing about your profession and it will enhance your professional worth in whatever form, then that is motivation enough. Then go for it, baby. Absolutely. If you want to write fiction and you want to take a shot at it, I think it's really easy in these times now as well to get yourself self-published. Get your voice out there. And if it's too daunting to write an entire book at one shot, start writing articles. I think if you write with regularity, get yourself a column, start writing articles. Every time you've done a presentation somewhere that you think is really good, translate that presentation into a Word document of some kind, so that you remember all the smart things you said that resonated. You remember the conversation in that room when you made that presentation. So in a sense, you're actually sponging off all that. And so then, hey, presto, you have a chapter already there, right?